I wouldn't blame you one little bit if you said, I'm getting really sick of watching Ron drill holes. Anyway, the reason I clamped these down is because there's a chance that this could move around from the vibration, and this part here is going to sort of corkscrew its way through instead of drilling a nice straight hole. As it is, I don't think that something like this will drill a perfectly straight hole anyway. It'd be nice if this outside went further up, but then of course this bit wouldn't be as cheap as it was either. Okay, that's it, we're through. Okay, now this is actually going to be the first time I'm trying this. Yeah, it should be all right. Okay, now this one here, I want it to stay loose, but this one here, I'm going to have to glue it in place after I determine where that place is. And I'm going to try something different. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a hole right here and then inject my glue, which will be 15-minute epoxy. I'll be injecting it in sort of like the way the high pressure oil system works on a car engine, and hopefully it'll sort of squeeze it in the center and it'll just sort of work its way out, and I'll be able to quit when I see it coming out the sides. At least that's the plan. Oh, it moved. Okay. Now this one here, I don't want it to be spinning free. So this is the one I'm going to glue securely to this shaft. And this one here, it'll be free so it can be wound up. Anyway, I think you're getting the idea. And these, of course, are our pillow blocks, our bearings. And the whole apparatus will turn. And the movement will be hooked onto this end. Anyway, I think I'm probably telling you stuff you already know. Okay, so the idea is I'm going to drill a hole in right here. Right down through so it comes out into the big hole. And my experience has been with these things that if I was to try to use something like this hole is so small that when you try to squeeze the 5-minute, or in this case 15-minute epoxy through here, because the epoxy is so incredibly viscous, it just takes a long time. By the time you would get the tube full squeezed through, the epoxy would have long since set. So I'm going to take this one here, and if I cut it off about halfway, and then okay, then drill a hole this diameter in here and wedge this in so that when I squeeze it out it doesn't ooze up past the, well, I think you get the idea. I think that might work. So that's what I'm going to do. But you know what? Don't know if you can see my watch here. but it's getting kind of late in the afternoon. I was busy this morning. Yes, busy, but it was nice busy. And here's what happened. Uncle Jake came over and picked up his clock. And along with him comes a couple of other guys, fellas that have been here before. And we sat around the kitchen table and we had coffee for going on 2 hours, and we talked about all kinds of stuff. The other fellas, one of them was John the Carver, who I did a video on about 5 years ago, a visit to John's workshop. And the other was who I've referred to as the Master Machinist. And this guy really is a master machinist. In fact, he was called out of retirement to help with a big project that his company, and it wasn't a small company, here in Winnipeg, needed his help for. Anyway, enough with that. And the master machinist says, "Do you know what I've been doing lately?" And I says, "No," or something like that. And he says, "I've been scouring the internet for model ships." Well, I just about fell on the floor, because that's what I've been doing for the last 2 weeks. Now, I don't believe in luck or anything like that, or providence, or I believe in coincidences. I think it was a coincidence that he and I were both looking at the same thing. Now, he was looking for something a lot more advanced than I was. He was talking about a ship that he had found, a model of the Titanic, and I think he said it was a kit out of Vancouver, and it was something like $2,000 or more. Well, don't go holding your breath for anything like that. However, I'm thinking really strongly now about, maybe I'm going to go ahead with this making another model ship idea. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. And all being well, we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.